Alright, welcome to this tutorial, guys. Okay, so what I want to show you here is how you can crop images. Alright, how you can crop images. Cropping images is simply removing the pictures, removing the background of an image. Alright, so you can easily place it on another background. Alright, so I want us to crop this image. Let me show you how you can do this. Alright, so first you drag it into your Photoshop. Okay. Alright, so this is it. This is the image you want to crop. I intentionally used a picture of a long hair. Alright, sometimes the designers, would I say upcoming designers, they have issues cropping pictures like this, alright, and getting it perfectly well. Alright, so what do we do? How do we crop this? So first thing is you just drag it in. First thing is you unlock this background here, alright? You unlock this background. Right, so it's now a layer, it's now a layer 0, as you can see. Okay, so what to do next, you press Ctrl Shift N to create a new layer. Ctrl Shift N, that's N. Ctrl Shift N and say enter. So you've created a new layer. All right, so we already have our orange background here. All right, I like using orange background as a layer, as the underground layer for it. All right, so let's fill this layer with this color here. So select the layer and just say alternate delete. Okay, you can see now you just fill this with the color. Alternate delete, just press alternate plus delete on your keyboard. Press the two buttons, alternate delete, and it's filled already. So drag it down. Okay, and then you select this one. So I've dragged this down. The reason why I have this as my layer or as my background is so when I'm done cropping, I will see how the image is on this background, to make sure there are no blemishes on the image, to make sure there are no sides that are not well cropped. Okay, all right, so when you've done that, select this image here and then pick your okay, and then pick your quick selection tool here. All right, pick your quick selection tool. All right, so when you pick your quick selection tool, you can see I've picked it, but you can see it's a bit too small, it's not really visible. So come here, come to this place and increase the size. All right, can make it 80 pixel. All right, now I'm using the key on my keyboard to increase this. All right, you can use the key after the P button on your keyboard. The key after the P button on your keyboard, you can use it to decrease it, that's to minimize it, and then the key after that one, you can use it to increase it. That's the key I'm using on my keyboard, just the key after the P button. All right, so I think this size is okay. You can zoom it in, can decrease it small, and then just use it and go round, use it and select the round images. You can see here we selected some part of the hair which I do not want. So I'll hold my alternate. I'll hold the alternate key on my keyboard, and then when I hold it, it shows the minus. You can see when I leave it, it's showing the plus. When I press the alternate key on my keyboard, it shows minus. So I use that minus and just crop around this. You can see now I'm deselecting some part of the hair that is selected. All right. So I hold my alternate and just deselect some part of the hair that is selected. All right, so I'll come here and select. I'll select here. We'll still come back to this. All right, I'll select round. You can see I've selected round, though some of the hairs are selected. So what do we do? Use your alternate. You can reduce this at this point. You can reduce it. press your alternate on your keyboard, and then deselect here. Deselect this pass. Deselect here too. Deselect here. Alright, deselect here. Deselect these places that it selected here. Deselect them. Alright. You can see. Alright. Can select here. Alright. I just selected this side because it was going out. I can also select here now. Alright, I think this is okay. We've selected all the part of the hairs, right? And then this place to select here. We'll select here too. Alright, just one click. Sometimes just one click and it will automatically select it. Especially if the image is a sharp image. If the image is sharp, if the resolution of the image is okay, once you click around that place, it will automatically select. Alright. So after selecting this now, you see what we selected is part of the images that are needed. That's why we went round the hair and then the hand here and somewhere in these shoulders here. So those are the ones you select. Alright. So when you're done selecting, just right click and then select inverse. Click on select inverse. Alright. So after doing that, come here now and double click. Come here and double click. Select and mask. Double click. Alright. So it brings you into this place. Alright. So make sure your own is always on black. Because I love using black. Make sure here is on black. And then you can, if you want, you can increase the opacity so that you'll be seeing the line of your image as well. But this is okay. Make sure it's on this second one. Alright. So here now we can increase the size of this button. We can increase the size of this brush and then we'll just brush here. We'll just brush around here, this white. That's those backgrounds. We'll just brush around them. So let's start. So we'll just brush here. You see what it's doing, right? You see what it's doing. So we'll just brush them. That's what we are doing. So we'll just brush the white areas that are not needed. We'll brush it out. We'll brush here. We'll brush here. Brush here. We'll brush here. Okay, we'll brush here. We'll brush here. We'll brush here. Okay. Now when we are done going through this, all right, you can also increase the radius. You can also increase the radius, maybe one or two. All right. So when we are done doing this, come down and check this box of the contaminate colors. Always check it when we are done. Let's just check. Let's just brush here too. Let's brush here. So when you're done brushing around, always come here and check this box of the contaminate colors. Check it. Can see the change. Just watch when I check. So we check. You can see the change it gave it, right? All right. So when you're done, just press OK. You can see that image. You see we've cropped the hair. All right. So when it brings it back to this page, what you do is press Ctrl J to duplicate. Ctrl J to duplicate. All right. After that, then press Ctrl E to merge these two layers together. Press Ctrl E and then it says apply. So this is your image now without background. Okay, you can see now we have cropped it already. All right, can now remove this background, remove it. So this is a PNG image. All right, so when you're done cropping, can now export file and then export. You can say quick export as PNG. All right, so quick, sorry, no. Okay, so when you're done cropping, come to file and say export and say quick export as PNG. Alright. So this is the folder where you want to send it. Alright. So just say save and just say save. Or let's look for another folder. Let's put it in this folder and say save. And that's just that. So we've cropped this image now. So you can now go to that folder. You can go to folder, the pictures folder. So you can go to that folder where we have spotted it. So this is our image. If you notice, this image is transparent. It doesn't have a background. All right, if you notice. So this is the picture we just worked on now. You can just double click to view it. So you can see that this background is transparent. So there is no background on it again. All right. So that is just that. That's how you crop images on Photoshop. All right. Thanks for watching.